Alright, and welcome back to Warriors of the Jade Hand. I am Aria Naomi, your DM, and let's go around to the cast really quick. Let's start with Occam. Tell us who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Occam, and I am playing Ko, the trash artificer.
You almost said Trash Panda.
You
I
haven't
heard
got polymorph yet.
We do have a trash panda, so
You're a trash panda wrangler.
Okay, that leads us to Trilobite.
Hi, I'm Trilobite. I'm going to be playing a Shadow Monk. Shadow Monk. So, Furbolg. Yeah, just remembering what character. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Alright, Flint.
Sorry about that. Was just checking audio real fast for you. Yeah, I am playing Thread, Rin Ablethorpe. I am a human assassin.
And Arshis.
Hi, I'm Ashes. Today I'll be playing Takeyoshi, the samurai fighter.
Alright. Excellent. Okay. It's been a little bit. It's been over a month now, I think, since we were able to play. So, who feels like they can recap, or should I?
Me.
Okay, go ahead.
When last we left our intrepid adventurers, we had all been able to capture 2 out of 3 bandits, and Takeyoshi was kind of manhandling them. We had a lot of tea in the downtime. We had to have a very long conversation about why we're not going to be killing the targets this go around. And generally, we kind of thought that we were in a situation out of Naruto for a little bit.
That all happened off screen.
Go full Sasuke.
I don't know what you mean.
There was a long conversation off screen in the Discord chat between the players and the NPCs around the campfire with some tea. Lots of tea.
Who have now agreed to devote their lives to the monastery.
Only so that they don't die.
Yeah.
and show us their food.
I mean, they just kind of shrugged in the direction of their hut. Said everything that they have is in there. So...
What food is that?
They had something roasted.
They had something roasted. It was like a wild boar, and they had some jerky and some rice and a couple little pots. But really, it was a one-room hut. I don't know how Arshas took them into another room, but it was a one-room hut with 3 sleeping pallets.
My closet rage manifested a room.
Liamon's angry huts.
This figure on the inside. Alrighty. So, you guys learned during the night that the bandits that you have captured right now are named Frank, being the talkative leader one, and Saito, being the slightly more sarcastic and pessimistic one.
Who was the third one?
That was Greg. He's in pieces.
Oh, Greg.
Now he's a steak bake.
We're going to turn this all unnamed NPCs that were killed dramatically before being named are not going to be called Kenny. So that we can use the line. But no, I have in my notes that his name was Greg.
Aww. He had like the coolest backstory, guys.
He was a baker.
Yeah, he was the cook for the group, so you guys just killed the guy that could have cooked your food.
I cook.
Well, okay then.
And given I failed that insight roll, I trust you implicitly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out
So
of character asses.
yes.
I trust you.
Do our cook's utensils around her?
There is a spoon for stirring. There's like a
I'm
kind of like long-handled fork used for like prodding the meat that's on the rotisserie, which is basically just a few sticks just kind of cobbled together into a way to roast a animal.
and
I have an iron
it's
pot and
more-
a mess kit as well.
I have proficiency with cook's utensils, so just for the purposes of this, can I use it or
I mean, you can use you can use any of their cooking utensils that they've got.
Dex or intelligence if I want to cook? Or strength if I've got to turn the spit for a while?
Or wisdom.
Go charisma.
Your
Thinking
force
Wisdom
of
is
will. Your force of will is going to turn the spit. I don't think so. I would say let's go with intelligence for this.
Oh, even with the best modifiers I've got.
Oof.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I mean, you.
It's alright.
It's not your best work, but it's halfway decent.
I serve the platter and I hide one of my little gizmo thing. I've got to get the thing up to find out what it is. The little minor enchantments I can do to make it smell far better than it actually is under the plate.
To be fair, I've like been living in a monastery for months. I'm not gonna. It's gonna be easy to impress.
Yeah. This versus plain gruel and water. Yeah.
You did well, little one. And I kind of would you like me to do some more of the flute playing after dinner to just like help us digest a bit more?
Flute playing? How should I digest?
Yeah, it's like it's just taking a bit of
flute
time.
oh yes, I forgot your flute playing. No, I think we good at digestion, right? All of us?
Okay.
We're good. We're good at
It just
digestion.
like allows a little bit of time to pass, or
I
could
don't digest.
I could try singing instead.
Frank mutters that wouldn't be the only thing that's passing.
Oh, Greg.
Takeyoshi
Frank.
looks up
Frank.
and goes, "If you want to play through, I will enjoy that very much."
Oh, that is kind of you. For his sake, I must play the flute then. I will play it next to you because you will appreciate it the most.
I would.
Are the bandits still bound?
Yes.
Oh, God rest their souls.
I create two more tinkered items, both creating just white noise, and put one in each ear.
Well, I mean, it sounds
It's
better than
annoying.
last time.
I think it's marginally better given
It
I
has
feel
a
like I'm under less pressure.
it has a tune
Worse
this
than the
time.
flute.
It has a tune this time.
Like the rhythm's off, but it's like all in tune.
It has a tune, but it's not great.
Rin decides to join in on this as well.
You guys should not start a band.
But how
Or maybe we should.
we should practice together at every opportunity.
Yes, we should. We shall.
And also, you hear Takeyoshi start singing.
Make a roll.
Performance check.
Make a roll. Malcolm, your roll performance for Taka.
Oh
Roll
shoot!
performance.
I forget who I am sometimes.
It's fine. I do that all the time.
Oh
You are welcome.
What I roll?
I stopped playing and say,
One.
what was that? That
I rolled a 1.
Oh!
I think you are clearly not as talented as either of us, so perhaps maybe practicing your own time away from maybe like next to some screaming cats that will help mask the.
Poe is just in the corner hugging Pan.
Frank is just sitting there by the fire, arms bound behind his back, just going, "What did I ever do to deserve this?"
You're a bandit.
He points back.
You are a literal criminal.
Not cruel. You guys killed Greg.
He killed Greg.
Yeah, but you guys are grouped together.
I have just met him. I was not informed he would kill Greg. We have had discussions up to this.
And I've said before, I only intend to cut his legs off, not kill him.
And when,
Next time we let Greg live.
yeah, when you crit an 11 hit point bandit for just
Four times his
yeah.
hit point.
Yeah, it was definitely over like 24 hit points there in that fight.
You hit him so hard he exploded.
Yeah.
Somehow. Let us all have a moment of silence for Greg.
And his baking
And done.
skills.
So, where do we wish to proceed?
Well, we've got a place to go to in order to try and capture some Jade ham.
And
Yep.
what should we do with these two?
We're taking these back.
So you know that on your way north, there is a town called Jaigan. That's a couple hours north of where you're at. That you can take them to. Jaigan.
I do need time in the Smiths. If I am supposed to be capturing, not bisecting, I need to make a new weapon.
Why don't just get a big stick? I don't
And speak
understand why you would
softly.
need it. Yes. Those are two things I am very good at.
Hmm.
We can make the stick, and we can put spikes on it, and arms on it, and give them little sticks, and give them arms, and give them little sticks.
Are you suggesting some kind of fractal stick thing?
What's
I
a
believe
fractal?
you've described it. I believe you've also described a tree.
Saito just kind of shakes his head and goes, "No, it's stickception."
Can I kill him, please?
No,
Why not?
he's funny. I like him.
Give me a tree. I will.
When you get cut and it goes bad and there's pus and everything.
That's an infection.
I still accept something.
Can someone just give me a tree? I'll hit people with a tree.
I point to the nearest tree.
It's a bamboo tree.
Tree.
Ridden ties the prisoner's wrists together with a length of rope, and then ties the end of the rope around his waist, and then unties their feet so that they can get up and start walking.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And are you cutting down a tree?
No. I'm going to look around, see if there's anything I can basically cover the edges of my greatsword with, so just pseudo bunting.
You mean like a scimitar? Or not scimitar, sheath, scabbard.
Yeah, but just on.
Did your sword not come with a scabbard? You can also hit with the flat of it.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah,
I
you
will
can
do
deal
that.
you can deal non-lethal damage.
But I can still hurt them.
You can still hurt them. But non-lethal
Yes.
damage just drop them to 0 if you crit them.
Mm.
Not die. Not death.
This is not. I do not appreciate the non-death, but if I must not kill, I must not kill.
For every person that you don't kill, I'll make you a pot of tea.
You do need
What
to
if we
be-
have like this reward system? We get him a little sticker every single time. And when he gets enough stickers, he gets, I don't know. What does he even like?
Well, he likes my tea. That's why I said the pot of tea.
I like dismemberment and disemboweling.
Okay, I think
We need to get you somebody who can look inside of your brain and help. Because that is not something a normal human being would say.
should we have a therapy jar in which every time he says something like that, he must put money in, and then eventually we'll have enough money to pay for someone to do that?
We'll eventually have enough money to buy a warship.
Yes, let's buy a warship.
Bad analogy, but yes.
Well, maybe that is what the star chart can be. He can have little star stickers, and eventually,
Eventually,
an eventuality.
What's a sticker?
It is a tiny piece of paper with a bit of adhesive to it.
normally
I
comes
will-
in
I-
bright colors.
Like this, I tear a bit off the map, lick it, and stick it to the side of Pan.
Somewhat like
Rin.
that, and that is a very expensive map. It's very valuable, and oh
So
yeah,
the eye slit on Rin's mask just looks horrified with his eyes going absolutely wide.
Alright,
Cool.
let's go.
Co, can I hold the map?
They gave it to me.
clearly, as an expert, I think this is maybe perhaps unconventional technique, but
Okay. Let's just head towards town and get these two into the monastery there, and then we'll go on with our mission.
yes.
Yes.
I put the map back inside my shirt.
It's like
That's where it's carried.
is how like just generally sticky.
No, because all the stickiness was long ago coated in dirt.
Oh,
Co needs a bath.
What's a bath?
Co, if we get to a
Yeah.
town that has one, I will introduce you to not only baths, but spas.
I've seen spas.
Fast
When you
sounds
have two
nice.
people and they train and they fight.
That is sparring.
I have also seen this kind of spell.
I would like to actually, a spa does sound nice.
Okay, so do you guys continue north?
Yes, we do. We
Would you like me to provide some assistance with Pass Without a Trace?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Yes.
so I will use my Shadow Arts and spend so many key points doing that. 2 key points. So for the first hour, we've got plus 10 to stealth. No, do that.
Cool thing. Cool beans. Okay. So with the party now stealthing through the woods, you don't have any problems. Eventually, the trees on the right-hand side of the road begin to thin, and you start to see fields that are marked with divisions. There's clearly tilled land, plants. It's near autumn time, so most of the plants look like they're ready for harvest. So just 3 hours walk. I'm missing my mouse. I keep putting my hand down. My mouse is not there. Sorry. 3 hours walk, and you eventually see the town of Jaigan to the left side of the road. You can see a wooden palisade makes up walls around the town, and there are makeshift archery towers on the corners and at seemingly random intervals along the walls. And there is a big gate that looks like it is well guarded.
I'm going to use my disguise self thing to try and look human rather than furball.
Okay.
So I just do that when we're a bit away from town.
Okay.
Ko's looking away and then looks back. Wait, you changed? Why'd you change?
Because we're heading into a human settlement, and it's better for them to not make fun of her.
It avoids awkward questions.
What's awkward? Why is it awkward that you're a furball?
People are not as accepting as we are.
There is also a more specific reason, but that is for a later time.
Wait, so
Yes.
people don't accept that you're a furball?
No.
There is also a
It's-
specific thing about myself.
What is
Even the intelligence 5 character is basically pinching his foot. The bridge of his nose.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
It's something that I'm going to handle once we get back from doing this job.
If people see something unusual, they
Ooh,
tend to ask a lot of questions, and that can...
Frank
Slow
shrugs
things
and
down.
goes, or attack.
Yes. You know the thing you're doing right now at the moment, Ko? Imagine every single person in town doing that.
Yeah?
And imagine how difficult it would be for you to go about your daily business with people asking you some questions.
All right.
Okay,
You
but don't
guys.
ever ask me anything. So ask them things.
All right. You guys get to the gates, and the guards at the gates are clearly all human. They kind of bring your group to a stop and kind of just like look at you strangely, and then look at the two tied up men with you. And one of the guards go, "You bringing them in for bounty?"
Yes.
All right. Well, the guardhouse is near the center of town, opposite the temple. Make sure you
Appreciate
speak to the head of the guard, Bo Sing.
Appreciate it.
I thought we were bringing them in to make them members of the monastery.
No.
That was also what I thought we were doing. And luckily, the monastery is very conveniently next to the guard place, so we can still use the same set of directions. Let's go.
The
Yes.
guards just like look at you guys very strangely. Your stories are very awkward.
They're going to be bounty monks.
Bounty monks, who are you and where do you hail from?
I show whatever
Oh, from the heat.
idea I have from the Shadow Temple thing.
Oh, okay. The guards kind of snap to and give a bow and go, "My apologies." And just open the gate and let you through.
It's fine. Not everyone knows about me. But
I know about you, Ko, and that makes you special.
it
That
does.
is adorable.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Okay, you guys walk into the town, and most of the big cities you find have a mostly human population. The smaller towns tend to have more non-humans in them. So you do see the occasional tiefling walking around, halflings, dwarves. You don't see any furbolgs, but you do see some of the other races walking around.
I need to go pick up some more tea after we drop these guys off.
Yeah, it looks like the town is preparing for a festival. So you can see that there are brightly colored red, orange, and yellow like ribbons and banners, and there's painted leaves that form garlands all throughout town. And it looks like on some of the street corners, people have already begun setting up like carts and vendors and things like that.
While their characters go handing into those bandits in the monastery, I'm going to go to the guardhouse to look at bounties.
Okay.
If there are any stalls, I'm going to get what kind of snack food is there?
Okay. You see a couple of food vendors that are already set up. One is saying that it's selling kebabs of ultra rare tiger meat.
Nope.
No.
that is possibly illegal. I will make note of that. Like I'm thinking more like sort of toffee apples or that kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks like there are some sweets vendors that are starting to set up, but none that are ready to be selling toffee apples just yet.
Oh. Any sweet vendors? I was just gonna get Co some sweets.
Okay.
While you're doing that, Co is veered off to look at the tiger meat.
Oh God.
Okay. There's a shop
be...
that sells sweets.
I kind of like. Oh, I don't think she would like that, and like start looking at the sweet shop,
But
and then look back at Co. Looking at the tiger meat.
Does he look real? Asking as Co is someone
Sure.
who's doing most of the street scams.
Yeah, you look at the meat. Go ahead and make me let's see. There's no streetwise skill in 5e. Make me an investigation check. Okay. Yeah, it's that usual questionable meat on a stick, probably rat, maybe worse.
Okay, it turns to the vendor. Hey, that's rat, isn't it?
No, it's ultra rare tiger meat caught in the far west.
No, it's rat. You can see that bit where you left where there's still the claws on it. I was saying this.
He's like pulling it. He's pulling it off. He's pulling it all down.
Coin purse out.
He's pulling it all down, just glaring at you and just kind of like tucks it away.
Still holding the coin purse out. Isn't it rat though? Were you trying to sell these people rat?
No, it's not rat.
Is there a problem here?
There's no problem here.
Well,
I will make more. Bad batch. And he's saying to anybody that's looking, and nobody's really looking.
Oh. Is there a problem here, Co?
Shake the coin purse and just look him dead in the. He's trying it.
He hangs a sign from his. He hangs a sign from his awning that says "closed."
I don't know. I'm not sure. Is there a problem here?
Would you like to go somewhere else?
I would like her to go somewhere else.
Oh, Carl, what will it take you to go somewhere else?
She's scary.
Still holding the coin purse out.
I believe she wants.
Do you want me to take the coin purse? What are we doing? I'm very confused.
Maybe just give her some of the meat of uncertain origin and she will be on her
I
way.
don't want the meat. It's rat.
Oh. Do you not like rat?
I can catch rat if I want rat.
Oh. But this would be like rat. Just like you wouldn't have to pay for it potentially if you keep quiet.
If he's tricking people, and I'm smart enough to see that he's tricking people, he pays me.
Oh.
Otherwise, that's what works.
I see.
People in this town don't know how it works.
So you...
Co's just walking off now and a half.
I haven't sold anything. I can't pay you anything. Sorry, little girl.
It seems wasteful to turn down free rat meat, though.
It's not the point.
Although, what if someone is allergic to rat meat but not tiger meat, and you get sued?
He just like looks at you like quizzically, like, people could be allergic to meat?
Yes.
Poor them. Don't know what they're missing. Good rat. Well, are you buying it as rat meat or are you buying it as tiger meat? Big difference.
Co scoots under your arm. We're buying it as not telling anyone about rat meat.
I hold up Co to like pick out the best one.
2 copper for best rat meat, and he holds up a couple of the kebabs where the meat actually looks like it's well cooked and seasoned. It's missing the tail and the paws and all that.
Okay.
Okay. We will buy one. Shall we get one for each of us? So that'll be 8 copper total. I'll hand over 8 copper. For full kebabs. Oh no, we need the others as well. Although we're about to hand them in, so...
Yeah,
Would it
we
be
don't get them. Do bounty monks eat meat?
I do not know, I would have to ask.
Frank's just like, who, us? Yeah, we eat meat.
We shall...
Yeah, but you're bounty monks now. Monks don't eat meat, do they?
I am a monk.
Are you sure?
No. I am working
That's
with...
awkward.
Are you sure? How about if I round it up to 1 silver for 5 of them, and then the 2 naughty ones will have to share?
The vendor goes, deal. And he pulls out 5 kebabs.
Okay. That makes the maths easier. And I offer kebab kebab. I offer the... I kind of like have mine really quickly and then split like 1 kebab into 2 sticks. Actually, yeah, break one in half and offer it to the bandits.
Okay. Yep, they take their kebabs and start munching. It's actually pretty good for rat.
This is the finest rat meat I have ever eaten. Why don't you market it as the finest rat meat? You clearly have talent. You don't need
People
to...
don't buy rat meat. You have to make it exciting. Exotic.
Well, you better have more money when I come back.
Oh, gee.
They have precisely 1 silver.
he looks at he looks at your character Trilobite and is just like, please don't let her come back.
I cannot promise this, but I will try.
Thank you.
If she's keeping me away from you, you should pay her.
I only have 1 silver. You're so mean, little girl.
I will accept this 1 silver. It will go to a good cause.
Do you mean I have to? Oh.
You can always let me come back.
No. You are breaking my business. He passes over the silver.
Change.
Yeah, what is your alignment?
Neutral
I was
good. But it's, I am enabling this small child into fulfilling her dreams. I feel that's a good move. And also they why don't you just market it as really good rat meat? It could be like, you could do anything with the right kind of marketing, I feel.
I tried to market rat meat at previous festivals. Nobody would buy it. I make more sales with marketing it as tiger meat.
Why don't you call it mystery meat? That way people accept the risk.
Even worse.
Meat of mystery?
I will think about it. I have all my signs saying tiger. I would have to repaint everything.
No one buys mystery meat.
Carne du Mysterio.
It's a surprise. Why would you not want a surprise?
Because you know it's not mystery meat.
You know, why don't you have them all play a game, and then as they're playing the game, you charge them for the meat. You charge them more for the meat as they continue to play.
They shall play guess the meat.
Yes, but you make the meat the entire reason why they're playing the game in the first place. So they pay to play the game, thinking that they're going to get the meat, but then you have them pay more to get the meat.
I will consider it for future festivals.
I'm inscribing this into the back of Pan.
Oh, gee.
Would you like some mystery meat? And I offer it to the 2 other party members.
You'll find Takeyoshi is not there.
Oh. Would anyone like Takeyoshi's mystery meat?
The bandits gonna raise their hands.
Sorry, I
You're
forgot.
just
Ko is climbing on top of Pan to raise her hand higher.
Why don't we demonstrate how? Why don't you play rock paper scissors for the mystery? Or is it boulder parchment shears?
Boulder parchment shears. Rochambeau.
See, you make it a game. You add more interest. There is now a crowd gathering. Okay, ready? Sorry, I've forgotten both your names.
Frank just goes, I'm Frank. He's
Yourself?
Saito.
I'm Ko.
And
Frank and Saito.
and assassin person.
Fred, I'm not playing in this.
And that's Pan.
Okay.
Pan is
Well,
playing too.
Okay, now that we know all of each other's names, we shall do rock, paper, scissors. Boulder parchment shears.
God, I gotta do it for two people. This is hard.
Yeah, but then you do the playoff between the two that win.
Oh, true. Alright. Ready?
I'm pretty sure Pan can only throw rock, but
I'm sure Pan can throw rocks. Very fine, yes.
no, just with the hands up.
Why don't you just roll, how many people are there? Taking part?
4 if we're counting Pan.
You roll
I
a
don't know if we
d4
are.
and see who eventually wins.
Okay, well, we can do that. Who would like to roll the d4?
I shall, as the arbiter. So, 1 and 2 for the bandits, 3 for Pan, 4 for Ko. Pan wins!
Yay!
And I kind of like look meaningfully at the storm and it's like, see?
Frank just like looks at Pan and is just like, how is that thing going to eat?
I gradually poke the meat into Pan's ear.
That is highly disgusting.
Is there whirring noises?
There's always whirring noises.
Oh god.
Oh, boy.
Rin just, upon seeing this, Rin just hands his kebab of rat meat over to Frank, and then takes the half kebab of rat meat from Frank and hands it over to Saito, and it's just like, there, good.
Frank is just now holding the full kebab, just like looking at Ko putting this stick of rat meat into Pan's ear. Just picturing it. He's just like, not sure I have appetite either. He passes his stick to Saito.
What about Saito?
Saito's just eating.
And Rin just starts heading towards the monastery now because he's just like, that's a thing that happened.
Yep. The closer you get to the center of town, you start to see like little bits of gold dust or sprinkles or sparkles, like glitter, like on the cobblestones of the street.
That's interesting.
Yep. Locals to the area will know that this is actually part of a festival. The smaller towns usually celebrate a festival about this time of the year during the first harvest that is dedicated to the 100th anniversary celebration of the overthrow of the Aasimar overlords. So it's their fall harvest, the first harvest that they had as free people. So in Earth's date kind of time period, this is basically right around like the 19th or so of September, when the first harvests are started to be brought in.
I am avoiding any bards that may have gathered. Noticeably giving them a wipe.
Yeah, you do hear a talented flute player off to one side, down a side street.
Avoid.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Come back here and I shall taunt you a second time.
Oh, but I taunted you the first.
There's like this play going on.
You look down one side street and you can see like a puppet stall set up. And it's called the Python of Monty.
That is a silly place. Let us not go there.
And you can see like the little puppets are up on sticks just kind of like twirling and as they talk to each other and mock argument.
Oh, they're heading off to Camelot. Okay.
The mythical land beyond the mist.
Yep. Rin just starting to force everyone towards the monastery now as quickly as possible.
You are like
You're
like the organized parent at Disneyland. We gotta get around, guys.
We have to cut through this area to get to the back.
Exactly.
I know this struggle, having been to Busch Gardens many times.
I have a 2.5-year-old son. This is my struggle every afternoon.
Okay, so we make our way to the monastery, and we don't know where Takayoshi's gone.
I think you guys have basically looking at bounties.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like eventually pass him.
Yeah, so you guys come to the center square of town. You can see the big building that's meant to be the temple, the local temple for the Way of the Shadow Monks. It's much smaller than the one in Shanganka, but it's no less imposing. You know, high stone walls, elaborate gate, small training yard, small buildings in the complex. As you're approaching the temple, you can see literally right across the street from it is another building that looks like it's got bars on the windows, and in the front, stockade for putting prisoners on display.
I'll show my identification and ask, do we offer... do we wish to take on initiates who wish to start a new life? I wish to give this temple first refusal.
Okay, so you just like walk up and address the monk that's standing at the door?
Yes. And I like show any identification
Okay.
I have.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're wearing your robes and all of that as well. So they can just definitely recognize you as being from the Mother Temple. And they give a bow and they go, "We are always welcoming new talent, new initiates into our order. Please lead them this way. We will get them divested of their worldly possessions and get their haircut."
At that point, that's when Rin comes up from behind. From behind. Trilobite, what's your character's name?
I have not given it yet.
Yes, right. That's when Thread comes up behind from behind the monk and unties the rope from around his waist and hands it over to the monk at the door. He goes, "They're all."
The monk takes the ropes and goes, "We will not be needing these, but thank you." And begins leading the guys in there. Frank just like looks like mournfully in your direction, like, "Oh, please make me go with them."
If you wish, we could take you to the guards. I point out the stocks.
He turns away from you, just his shoulders hunched, just continues to follow the monk guy.
You'll have a lot of...
Thanks, the food.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Yep.
Did we have any other business at this temple?
Unless you've got a tea stock that I can buy from, no. Where's our ever-loving psychopath?
Okay. Let's go ahead and cut back to Takayoshi really quick. All right. So you found outside of the guard station that there was a bulletin board that had listings for known bounties. Of course, the standard 25 gold piece bounty for bandits brought in, and the original offer you'd been given by the master of the monk temple about the Jade hand.
I look at anything about. I look at the ones I know about the Jade hand and pick a few out.
Okay, well, they're the same offer that you'd gotten from the gentleman or the master. It's the same offer of gold for alive, gold for dead, and gold for armor.
Okay, well, Takeyoshi size and walk towards the monastery.
Okay. But yeah, you don't find very many for specific people.
Fair enough. So yeah, I look around, I scan through them, find there's nothing new or particular interest, and I just shrug and walk back to the monastery, assuming the others would be there soon enough.
Okay, so yeah, you go looking for him, and you find him, I guess, leaning up against the wall, kind of edgelord style.
I see you have found the duck. Cool. As a practitioner of the shadow arts, I know of this. How far away are you from being able to teleport through shadows?
That's a thing? That is actually a thing?
Yeah, yes.
By more advanced practitioners, yes. Although
I don't really teleport through shadows. I find shadowy areas and break through the walls.
I have yet to learn this, but I am close.
Of course it's a thing. How do you not know it's a thing? Everyone knows it's a thing. Cody did not know it's a thing.
I was looking for that.
I have many talents. Although at the moment I don't have enough key left to do anymore. Besides the minor illusion. Or the Furbolg stuff. At the moment I can disguise myself or momentarily go invisible or speak to animals.
Okie dokie. So you've handed the bandits into the monastery. What do you do now?
You wish to gather supplies, I believe. I would also think it would be interesting to check out this festival. Maybe we could make Takayashi happy.
There'll be more scams we can find.
You guys go check out the festival. I'll pick up some tea and possibly some information if I can from anybody around here who might know what's going on up north.
Okay. All right. All right. So who wants to go first? The party looking for fun, or the party looking for information?
How long have I got left on disguise self as well?
How long does that last?
1 hour.
1 hour. You've probably got about half an hour left.
I suggest we maybe secure accommodation at some point. I have half an hour before people will start asking questions, but I feel this town would be one of the... It does not rule out any... I could still probably go about town. But after that, if there's any, crowds, I will block people's vision, and they would not like that. Although it might be good for you, Cole.
Why?
You'll have a high vantage point soon.
But I was gonna...
What were you going...
Get some money. The people here don't know how to run scams.
Oh, you are going to find these scams and stop them in a similar way to earlier, or...?
Yes.
Oh, I should follow you and help you do that, then.
As you guys are discussing this, you see a couple of kind of cloaked figures just kind of turn and walk away from you.
Do we notice that, or do I need to...
The pair of you notice that. Like, they look like they might have been trying to come towards you, and then hearing you guys talk about debunking scams, they kind of turn and walk away.
Like, they're bad at being sneaky.
Shall we show them how better we are at being sneaky?
I was going to say catch them.
Oh, let's go do that then.
Ah!
Oh, God. You guys, this is like the people in New York with the trench coats, like, you want to buy a watch? Let's go catch them. Okay.
My 25-foot speed.
I can pick you up and carry you.
Ah!
I have 40-foot speed.
I would point out you're lifting me and my 104 pounds of equipment.
This is fine. I have powerful build.
No, some of that's on pan actually. So yeah, you.
I have 390 pounds of carry capacity, and I don't carry much as a mech.
Okay.
I can carry you and probably the rest of the party.
And I have very little carrying capacity, and I carry a lot of artifacts.
Okay, so you're going after these shadowy vendors?
Yes.
They're only walking away, so you guys catch up to them very easily.
Hello.
Duh.
Hey, what you doing?
Selling things. He opens up his cloak, and you can see like a row of like gold chains on the inside of the cloak, like selling things.
Fake,
Would you like a gold chain, little girl? 5 gold.
That's brass.
It's not brass. It's gold.
Brass. Co isn't even checking at this point. You're selling people fake gold!
He's just gonna say that loudly in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Just hangs the chain back on his little cloak and just kind of like,
Do I need
and
to
this
roll
is
the
why I'm walking away from you.
So you are conning people out of their money.
That is what happens at festivals. All the
And you
time.
make a lot of money doing it, so you can
Yes,
spare
we
some.
do. I did, but I don't have any yet.
Oh. Would the gods be angry about you catching? Would the gods want
It's
to know
a
about this?
business. It's a business. We're not. We are providing something for money. We are not. We are not harming anyone.
Takeyoshi appears behind the vendors. What's going on here? What's going on here?
Oh.
They kind of like look up in alarm, like, ugh, scary guy.
How about you explain yourself to this one? Be wary, he is very angry. He accidentally hit a guy so hard with the sword he exploded. I don't know how that happened either.
We'll be going now. Bye. And they.
You see one hand put on one of the vendors. Takeyoshi places one hand on one of the vendors' shoulders.
Okay. Well, let's make strength check, please.
Okay, welcome.
Okay.
On the vendors.
Oh, yes. No, yeah. I need to remember who I am. Strength check. That's a saving throw shit. Sorry.
No, it's not a save, an actual check.
Yeah.
It's
A very bad roll.
a simple athletics.
Yeah.
It would be athletics, actually.
Athletics.
Oh, okay.
That's
That'd be a 21.
Yeah, you grab the vendor by the back of his cloak and just like clothesline him as he's trying to walk away. And he's just kind of like, please leave me alone, or I shall have to call for the guards.
I overheard you say, my friend here saying you're scamming people. I don't appreciate this.
We are selling chains for money. We are selling chains. Would you like a gold chain? Only 5 gold.
That's brass.
Yes, he also overheard the conversation.
He's good at this.
Problem
Well,
is,
you
if we
don't
go
have
the
to buy
gods-
anything.
Problem
It's your
is, with the
choice.
gods, we would have to explain that you are selling very inflated. It's just, yeah. There's not much.
So
We do
what-
not have much. We do not have much of a case if we actually go to the guards over this.
Yes,
why
but
don't
I
you
do
go-
because you are restraining me and you are harming my business.
I could harm you instead.
But
Guards! Guards! Guards!
He's not very good at this.
I kind of just shake my head.
The guy starts calling for the guards. Do you still have your hands on him?
No.
There's a
And,
lot of background noise from someone. It's gone now.
Hoovering.
What the heck's going on in the background, Archers?
Just hoovering.
What cat is being murdered over there?
It's the sound of pan! Processing the kebab.
I oiled Pan yesterday.
Sorry. No, it's just hoovering.
Pan's just hoovering in the background. Bring all the gold dust.
Yeah, if you look around, Pan's just chewing a gold chain off one of their jackets.
Hey! Get your clockwork dog off of my cloak.
Apologize. Pan's panda.
Clockwork panda. Whatever. We don't see those here.
Would you accept the finest tiger meat for this gold chain?
No. We all know it's rat.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't make any money from it. It's pointless.
Yeah. Have you thought that neither of those two businesses are doing well and maybe you should go into a more legitimate line of work?
No.
These are very nice brass necklaces. Why don't you market them as costume jewelry?
Go into the business of costume shops.
Looks thoughtful. Maybe next festival.
Think about that.
Yes.
I
Should we
mean,
go and find
that's-
something fun? Maybe there is like a carnival ride or something, or someone who is breathing fire and no bards, please.
As you guys are standing there is you do hear the footsteps of well-timed marching as the guards that were called for do round the corner, and they look at your assembled group and the fellows with the gold chains and just look at everybody and go, "What is going on here? Is that machine eating his coat?"
How can a machine eat something?
As Pan is clearly chewing on the...
Stepping in front of Pan, just sort of like not even as tall as the mouth, but just sort of shove Pan off.
Are you going to pay that man for the necklace that your thing is eating?
How do you know it ate anything? There's nothing there.
There's kind of like
It's
the
coming
whirring
out
noise
of
of like,
It's coming out of its mouth like a noodle. We can see
So
this.
everything comes out the mouth. It's fine.
how do you know it was not part of the panda?
Yes. What, she said.
The guy is trying to pull himself away and trying to save the chain now at this point.
Well, you can clearly see with the amount it rattles around, it's not gold, it is some other metal.
Everybody
otherwise it
knows
would've
it's not
squished.
gold. The guard's like, everybody knows it's not gold. Why do you hold them up?
They tried to sell it to us as gold,
Yes.
and we got upset.
Yes, and? Did
And
they harm
then-
you?
Emotionally.
Yes.
There's no law about emotional harm from being presented with fake gold.
Okay.
I'm very sorry, Miss Monk, but there is no harm in this. They have harmed no
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Please let the vendors go. They are here every year.
Fine.
Is Pan still attached?
Yeah, Pan
Yes.
if I have any control has basically let go and he's now It's me trying to run around a corner and hide.
The guards shake their heads, and the fellows with the fake gold chains, they make their way hurriedly away from you.
You see Takeyoshi eyeing
We
them up.
saved the day!
You've saved the city from all of its cons and scams for the coming festival.
We should celebrate. Is there anything else going on at the festival we could go check out?
Yeah, the festival hasn't actually begun, so people are just setting up for it.
Alright.
So you can see... Sorry, go ahead.
Is there anyone who can fight?
You don't see anywhere about that yet, but if you're asking the guards, they say, oh yes, come back in 2 days, and the festival will be in full swing. There will be prize fighting, there will be arm wrestling, drinking competitions, everything that you could expect from a festival.
Is there a contest where I may prove my flute skills?
Yes.
There will be many bards all over. You're free to test your skill against any bard you find.
I kind of crack my knuckles a little bit.
She has very beautiful flute playing skills. Sounds like the screams of the dead.
The guards just kind of like look at you like, okay.
It is
have a good afternoon and a good festival.
Same to you.
And
I
they
feel there is
walk
very
away.
little for us to enjoy. It's not going to be thing until 2 days. We should probably go find our other friend, whose name I keep forgetting.
Fred!
Fred, yes. Let us go find Fred.
Put him in the monastery.
I hope not.
That was Frank.
That was Frank.
Not Fred.
Let us go find Fred.
Yes. Then we can go capture Jaigan.
We can go inform him of our tea preferences.
Alright, so let's go ahead and cut back to Thread. Okay, so you're gathering information, right?
Yep.
What specifically are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for anywhere that people of my sort would be gathered about, and then trying to sort of socialize to get any information on Jade hand movements that they might know, or if there's been any contracts that are handed in.
Go ahead and make me a perception check, please.
I am blind!
They hide themselves well. The underbelly of the city hides themselves well. What you do
this
pick
is like
up,
the most busy time of year for them.
and they're hiding themselves well. That was an
They're
easy
on
DC
point
too.
this
But
time.
yeah. So you do pick up that people are, in general, talking about the Jade Hand. Some are talking about how there was a caravan that was harried all the way to the gates of the town just a few days ago. But every time you hear the story told, they tell a different day that this happened. So you're not exactly sure when it happened.
Okay.
All the stories about the Jade Hand that you hear along the way seem to be incongruous. They don't match up with any kind of timeline or time frame. Everybody has a different take on it. Or they heard from a friend, that kind of thing.
I shall head to the nearest pub.
Okay. You find the nearest pub is actually the only pub, and it is a big pub. It's a tavern and inn, and it's called the Emerald Respite. And it's a very large open-air common room. There's the common room ceiling is 2 stories tall, and there's a balcony, a walkway of balcony that goes around the sides where the rooms are upstairs.
For high head clearance.
Yeah, and yeah, you can see that inside the Emerald Respite, there's several waiters or maids or anything walking around serving drinks and food to the patrons in there. It's busy. It's a busy establishment. Behind the bar, you'll find a tiefling and a male tiefling and a male dragonborn. Actually,
I'll walk up to the male dragonborn and I'll order whatever is the house non-alcoholic drink.
he's kind of behind the bar pouring a drink for another patron and almost overfills it and just like, non-alcoholic.
Yes.
You don't.
Do I look like the type of person that you want getting drunk?
You look like the type of person I want to take money from when you're drunk, but yes.
Well, yes, you can try that, but no.
Well, more
Just non-alcoholic.
drunk people order more drinks, costing more money.
So do thirsty people, and I'm very thirsty.
We have tea.
Tea is good. Do you have any oolong?
Of course, it's the most popular.
Very good, thank you.
Sure thing.
Do you have a card table here?
He gestures to all the tables that are in the establishment. Some have people playing cards. Some people are playing dice. Most people are eating or drinking. If you find an empty table, you are welcome to it. And he makes you the tea.
I think I'll try and find a game I can drop into.
Okay.
So, once I've got my drink, I'm going to try and look through each of the players and see which one is the most underhanded. And I'm going to sit across from him and start up a game. If
Okay.
at all possible.
All right. Make me another perception check.
Oh, come on!
They all look, pretty, like they're playing by the rules. You don't see any, cards up somebody's sleeve, or the dice don't seem to be weighted. They seem legit. Either the scammers in the city are really good, or the rogues in the city, the ones that are the thieves and the ne'er-do-wells are really good, or they're just not here, You're just not seeing them. You can do the check again if you want to keep circling the room.
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing that.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Okay, so you eventually do find one table where one of the guys is shuffling the cards, and as he's shuffling the cards, you can kind of see the cards shift a little bit in an unnatural way, like one might have gone up his sleeve or behind his glove, and then he starts to deal the cards to the people at the table.
I'm going to drop in on that game.
Okay.
As I do, I sort of make a hand gesture as if in Thieves' Cant, and like as a sign of greeting, like a
Okay.
greeting to that.
Yeah, he kind of returns the gesture and deals you in.
All right. What's that? So I'll start playing, and I'm going to make a little bit of small talk. So, what's the festival all about?
Oh, this for the for the little towns all throughout Tyrden. It's for the to celebrate the first harvest after the defeat of the Asima overlords. It's a big festival. They call it the Freelance Day. And this is the 100th anniversary celebration.
Oh, nice. So, this seems to be the big scuttlebutt around, or is there anything else? Looking over my hand and then sort of making a slight gesture as I say anything else, as if to pretty much say as if to say information, please.
He just kind
The
of
thieves' cant stuff, maybe?
Yeah, thieves can't.
yeah. He nods and says, "So, well, there've been attacks around the town. And in thieves can't. He kind of makes gestures to represent warriors and either green or jade and trouble." Just to you.
I placed 2 silver down to buy in on the
Okay.
hand, and then I make a slight symbol of how many days. I make a symbol with my hand with the coins, sort of like with the remainder of the coins on my side, pretty much counting, like as if I'm counting up days. So it goes from 1 silver all the way up to 7, as I'm stacking them up, and then I pull them back aside and into the rest of the stack that I've got, while the 2 silver are still right in front of me.
Okay. He looks over his hand and discards 2 cards and draws 2. And he kind of just makes a little bit of show of discarding.
I'll nod to that, and then I'll keep playing my hand.
And with this game, because you're playing with a bunch of thieves, what you're going to roll is you're going to roll a deception check.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hey-yo.
He found his game.
He's found his game, right?
Hey.
Oh boy. If that's how that table's gonna go.
Oh, great.
Oof.
Oh yeah, you robbed the table.
Yeah, this town is full of bad thieves and bad spammers. They're not good at this.
New goal is Cole wants to become the new crime.
Oh boy.
New goal?
Okay. The dice don't like me tonight. Alright. So yeah, the guys at the table all groan as you reveal your hand, and you basically just rob them. Just like, mine.
So yeah, I leave the two silver at the table, and I collect up my winnings, and I just nod to everybody in turn while I get up and just go back to the bar while the getting is good.
Okay, so that was 2 silver from each of them, so that's 6 silver.
Nice.
So let me see. That's 2 silver down from the 10 gold, which brought me at 9 gold, 8 silver, plus 6 silver now. Wow.
Okay.
So now at 11 gold and 4 silver.
Yeah.
Yay, Mats.
Maths.
Yay, nuts.
No, I'll just wait. I'll just wait at the bar for everybody else.
Okay. Alrighty. So you wait at the bar for everybody else. Trilobite, your character.
Try and find them.
Yeah, your character notices getting towards like the end of the duration of the spell. So you find the bar. It's not too hard to find. It's a large building.
Okay. So I walk in and gain 3 feet in height.
A couple of people just kind of like turn as they kind of saw at the corner of their eye just that happen.
I
like
immediately tried to lose 3 feet of height by crouching.
And they just kind of, like shrug and turn back to their business.
Okay.
Jaskier quickly follows in.
Okay, you guys see Thread at the bar with his tea.
I will sit down and I will have what he is having.
The bartender's just like, oh, this is a weird day. 2 teas.
Whiskey.
Is that not...
Thank you, gods. A normal human being No offense. I'm not human either.
Yeah.
Thread just looks at the barkeep and goes, "Keep it a little bit light on him, though, because yeah."
He's a big boy. I'm sure he can handle it.
I
I
don't
point to the
think your
toughest
bar
person I
source-
can see and go, I'll have what they're having.
So 3 teas.
Shakes his head, serves the tea, serves the
Just
whiskey.
like a big pot of tea to share, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I betcha. And he goes and
I have to dust off this teapot they've not used in God knows how long.
yeah, he takes down a cast iron teapot and just kind of blows a layer of dust off the lid.
It's like takes out some spiders or something.
And he just kind of opens it up, gives a sniff on the inside, shrugs, and starts to pour some water in, make some tea.
Ah, I did not expect.
That is some dog poo.
What was
I
that?
don't usually expect taverns to serve tea. This is unusual. Your town is very unusual, by the way.
Well, you would have known that in Shanganka, the taverns there do serve tea.
Oh.
In addition to plum wine and alcohol and liquor.
I'll partake of the tea.
Okie dokie.
Tea
The
is,
best tea.
tea is
Or
what makes
plum
life.
wine.
You will be having tea.
Yeah, he's having tea,
You are also having tea.
but that's not what you said.
You asked for the thing the toughest person in the bar is ordering, and
He ordered
Wait.
Takayashi in this one.
Oh. I don't think it would be a good idea to give this little one anything that Takayashi is having.
He pours another shot of whiskey on the house. I want to see if the little one can breathe fire.
Oh,
He's-
God.
He's a red
I
scale
love what we
dragonborn.
called on this.
He's a red scale dragonborn. He's just like, this one's got a little spice.
I'm gonna die.
Yes,
Okay, Colin safe, I'm assuming.
please.
Just looks at everyone, picks it up, just chokes the entire thing in one.
Oh, it's a shot, so. Yeah.
May I have
That's good. That's good. He just kind of comes and he's like, yeah. Good job, little
probably
one.
drunk worse?
You put more points than more
Only
points as
way
well.
to kill the weevils.
You've like had to like what's it called? Siphon off like oil and stuff, and you've accidentally swallowed some of it probably before.
Kerosene! You're drinking kerosene!
I just think I got enough for Pam. You sneak into the junkyard, you take a mouthful. You sneak out of the junkyard, you spit it into the barrel. You sneak into the junkyard,
Oh god.
and that's how you get a barrel of kerosene.
Oh.
Sorry.
So you prefer people to drink? I ask the Dragonborn.
Yes, people who drink spend more money.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, 5 copper. He goes over to Takayashi.
Hands 5 copper.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ren will just pay a full-on, like, 2 silver for everything.
Can we be accommodated overnight here?
Yes. Yes, we have rooms. We actually only have 2 rooms left. With
I
all the
will take the room with
festivities.
the highest clearance.
They are all easily 8-foot ceilings. You might fit.
Just about.
Yes. No ceiling fans, so no risk of hitting your head.
7 for 8, I'm just about good. Okay. going to have to crouch with the doors, though.
Yes, the doors are exactly 7 foot.
Okay.
So as you're all talking about the room, Dread will lean down to Ko and whisper in her ear, Jade Hand were carrying caravans about 2 days ago in the area. So they're still in the area. We do still have a target to hit.
Takeyoshi hears the word.
And the innkeeper says it was 4 silver for each room for night.
Okay.
That includes
I'll
breakfast
hand
in the
over a
morning.
gold.
Oh, thank you. That includes breakfast in the morning, by the way.
Excellent.
Mm.
Co counts out 4 silver and coppers.
One,
Fred just
2,
closes
3.
his hand over the coppers and hands them back to Ko. You don't have to worry about it.
I think Fred is paying for the rooms.
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
Have you found anything else about our mission, Fred?
Not
Or maybe we
much.
should discuss this maybe in a bit more of a quiet corner, perhaps.
Mm.
Yeah.
Takeyoshi basically turns to the bar and points to the entire bottle and knows how much for the bottle.
Of the whiskey that I gave you, or the whiskey I gave her?
Me.
That's going to be 3 silver for the bottle.
8 hands, 3 silver.
Passes over the bottle.
Appreciated.
So yeah, you guys can find a quieter corner. There is a bard that is singing offensive songs off on the far side of the tavern room, and
Do I recognize the song in particular?
he seems to be making fun of somebody. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Would this count as favoured enemy? I know I'm not a ranger, but...
Perception, please. No, this is definitely the bard. This has got to be the bard. There's no doubt. This is the motherfucking bard.
What instrument are they playing?
A lute right now.
Oh.
Is it a drum?
It is not.
That would be a liar.
Well,
I go over to the bard. I will try and pick him up and just place him outside.
Okay. He's like, What are you doing to me? Get off me! Get your hands off me! And everybody's just like watching, and they're just like, oh, thank God.
I do not care for this song.
What's wrong with it? Maybe we could spitball. I can make it better. Do you have any ideas for me? I'd be happy to make it better.
Where did you learn this song?
I heard another bard playing it in another town.
Who was this bard?
I don't remember the name. He was insanely popular, though.
Do you know who this song is about?
Geralt of Rivia?
So yeah, I was watching that actually.
You may live when I place him back down.
He's just like kind of like a scared like mouse, just kind of like there, just like, and then he dashes back in the end and just kind of. How's that going to you, Witcher?
Well, this is so you
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, basically Takeyoshi looks up and says, someone say Geralt.
No. Geralt. I was making a funny Witcher.
Yeah.
Jaskier. Anyway.
So it's also currently 10 o'clock, just FYI.
Yeah.
I don't know if that affects anyone.
Yep, I know exactly what time it is. So do you guys want to go ahead and turn in here and then tackle the Jade Hand in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Get back to the regular schedule?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie. Try to start on time next time. Sorry about being late.
Sorry about
It
that.
happens. We're just trying to get back on schedule and stuff.
Yep, holidays, what can I say?
That's fine.
Alrighty, and let's go ahead and close things out. Do you guys have any plugs
No.
that you need to do?
Everything uses batteries.
No.
Just this Sunday, I've got my game returning, which is going to be the Dragon Heist on Warped Games, and yeah.
That's fun. Anyone else?
Nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Other than finding me on Twitter at @OfficerTref and on Discord.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. If that's everybody, then we will be returning in 2 weeks to carry on our search for the Warriors of the Jade Hand. Bye-bye. Go ahead.
Bye.
Sorry.
Bye.
No, I'm saying, hopefully, Jaskier can actually hit something.
And not crit for more than double their damage.
No promises on that part.
Don't worry, I'll make them a little bit more beefier this time.
Oh dear.
You brought this upon yourself. Alright. Bye-bye. See everybody in 2 weeks.
Bye.
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 Hang on. My dual screen is being stupid. Alright, bye.